My course is a fourth-year seminar in film studies called Video Games and Difference. And in this course, I'm introducing students to the field of game studies and how to analyze video games as cultural, aesthetic, and historical objects that produce interesting meanings for us in the contemporary moment, and introducing students to how they can apply the skills they've learned as film scholars to video games, but also where those skills fail them in terms of what digital interactive forms like video games demand of us. I taught the course in the Discovery Center because there is this sort of logistical problem with teaching video games where I have to give my students access to the games, and it's different than just showing a film to a bunch of film students. They have to be able to play the games. So what I did is I devoted what would usually be our screening time to lab time in the gaming lab at the Discovery Center. So my students were divided up into groups, and they would play the games that we were studying that week as a group. And the idea was that these play groups would also be kind of intellectual communities for them that they would travel along with through the course, so that they could discuss the games as they were playing them, discuss them in relation to the readings, and I would come and sort of casually sit with them while they were playing the games. Not the entire time, but I would talk them through particular moments or answer their questions. By its very setting, kind of introduces them to the idea of this is not your typical film studies class, we're doing something different here. We're looking at these objects that may be very familiar to them, video games, they grew up with them, but in this kind of open, dynamic space where people are coming in and out, and it's a kind of casual and flexible space which sets a different tone for them, and I found that both challenging but also useful for talking about what it is we're doing when we do game studies at the university.